This is so weird. I'm talking to myself. I'm looking at 2 screens here. Actually 3. Hi! Can you let me know if you can hear me? Hi Morocco. Hi Malaysia. Hi Detroit. Hi Melbourne. Hi Hong Kong. Hello Hong Kong. Hi Korea. Hi Germany. So many comments. Hi Paris. Hong Kong. Russia. Ooh, this is so cool. Hi Italy. Hi Korea. Ooh, Music University. Nice to meet you. From Malta. Oh, yay! Hi! Thank you so much for joining. I don't really know how this works. This is a lot of comments, and I can't scroll back to a lot of them. So, hi! Great. Okay. So, thank you guys. Did someone just have a angry face? Why? Anyway, thank you so much for coming. Thank you again for the 10,000. It's like over 10,000 now, so this is amazing. Thank you so much. So, hi Australia, hi Malaysia. I am going to play, hold on, I have this little title. I'm gonna play Mozart for you guys to start off. I hope you guys like it. This was one of the requested pieces, so ta-da! Hi Mexico. I'm gonna stop reading comments now. cozy and lovely Saturday night. That's nice. That Steinway needs some tuning? Really? Because it was just tuned yesterday. I thought it's pretty good for now. What model of piano? I think it's an O. Okay, I'll do a little question and answer and then I'll play the next piece, which is Chopin. Oh no, I forgot to make a title. Oh well, you guys will know. So, no longer Mozart. I can't do this every day. Should I practice with both hands or one at a time to learn a song? Up to you. Really. Up to you. I mean, why is everyone sad? I don't understand these emojis. Why are there so many sad faces? What is happening? Can someone tell me why there are so many sad faces? Okay, both hands are one. Well, it's up to you though, because some pieces are just harder with the scales and stuff, so might be better with one hand. Still don't understand why there are so many sad faces. Someone help me. Hi, Sydney. Yes, I will be playing Chopin First Ballade because so many people asked me. I should probably look at the camera more. How many notes can I reach? 10 maybe? I think 10. Why the sad faces? I don't know. Someone tell me. What's my biggest inspiration? From everything, from life. That's a very cheesy answer. No, but from everything that I've been doing, all the books that I've been reading. I also go to Columbia, if those of you don't know. I study philosophy, and so I get a lot of different kinds of philosophers' thoughts on human nature and just morality. And that's very interesting for me to relate to how the composers write, what their feelings are, maybe the culture behind the time. So just kind of everything inspires me, anything that I learn about music, or maybe just about life in general, because music is related, obviously. Do I get frustrated when practicing? Yeah, but then I get over it, because I like the end product. So if I'm frustrated, I might take a break, and then I remind myself, like, I really want to play this well. Because I usually play, actually, all the time, I play pieces that I like. So I like having to play something that I like really well. So that gets me motivated when I get frustrated. I really don't understand the sad faces. Look at those angry faces, guys. Why? So I didn't say hello to Venezuela. I'm sorry. Hi, Venezuela. Really? Do I really have trollers? Is that an honor? I don't know, I guess. How many years have I been playing? I've been playing piano since I was 5. So, 14 years. Cantonese. 我可以講廣東話. Oh, I love you guys too. Would I come play in Hong Kong? What's happening? Oh, someone's using the same phone as me. Would I play in Hong Kong? I don't know. I mean, people ask me about going to places like, okay, someone asked me if I would go to Philippines. It's not up to me. I'm sorry, guys. It usually happens is I have an agent, but I don't have an agent. And usually the agents organizes concerts for you and have all these concert tours and whatnot. I also don't have the money. So many angry faces. I also don't have the money to... I need money and resources, so if you guys have any ideas, let me know, but I can't really just pop up in a random city and just say, hey, I'm performing, guys, because I need a venue and resources and money and everything, so I'm sorry. How to practice a piece in short time and effective? Have a goal. I think that's universal for anything you do. Have a goal. It is Juilliard. This is Juilliard, guys. I know it doesn't have the blue curtains, but this is because this is one of the quieter rooms. This is in the corridors, in the newer wing. This is like the newer wing. These are newer newer, but they've been here for like at least 5 years, I think. The other ones have blue curtains. Those are not very good because you can hear other people. They only have the curtains, I guess, to kind of separate the sound, but these are kind of like soundproof thingies. This is Juilliard though. Will I come to Poland, Singapore? I would love to go to all these places. Korea. Someone just help me get there. Which company I sign? I'm not signed with anything or anyone. Haha, get an agent. I know, right? It's not really up to me though. They need to come to me, I think. No, I don't watch anime. Oh my gosh, this is so many questions. I do listen to classical music, but not all the time. When I do have time, sometimes I like to listen to jazz. Or maybe things that my dad used to play. So like pop songs from 70s or 80s. Those are fun, like Eagles, Police, what else? Everything. Michael Jackson, maybe? Queen. Good stuff. This is on the 4th floor, and on that note, I will play a Nocturne in F, because it's the 4th note. Haha. Oh, also, disclaimer. I just learned this piece because a lot of people requested this, and I spent like 4 days on this, so hopefully it'll be good. Okay. No, I have not been to Noir. Would I play Claire? No. I am playing Chopin's Ballade first. Maybe I'll do that first instead of looking at this. Yes, I'll play first Ballade. No title, sorry. I was slightly scared that I was gonna miss some of the scales because my hands are sweating so much. It's so hot in this room. Ah. But yay! I was slipping if someone was complaining about my scales. Yay, I improved. That's good. Thank you. I'm glad you like Spanish Rhapsody, although I'm not playing it. Some of the pieces you guys requested, it's a little challenging for me to play or prepare them in like a week, especially since I actually had stuff going on this past Wednesday and stuff. So I didn't even have that much time to prepare for these pieces right now. So if I do one again next time though, it'll be even more perfect. Or perfect. Better. Okay. I'll do a little Q&A now. And then I will... Yeah, I'll do a little Q&A. Oh my gosh, 760 comments? That's a lot of people commenting. Do I have an original piece? No, I do not compose. Unfortunately, I'm not creative musically in terms of making original music. How long do I practice? Depends. Anywhere between 2 to 5 or 6 if I'm going crazy. Usually it's through 3, 4. Depends on the day. Sometimes I have a lot of classes, or if I'm really tired, I'd rather practice less and be more focused and practice for like 5 hours and sleep my way through. Who's my favorite composer? I get asked this so much. I used to say Chopin, but then I realized that I like also other romantic composers, so I would just say romantic composers like Schumann, Chopin obviously, and Rachmaninoff. You asked the concert house in Stockholm. That's nice of you. Again, any tour, I mean, sure, UK university tour, I don't know what that entails, but that sounds cool. Hand pain? No, I do not have hand pain, though I did bruise myself. I did post this on Instagram. Don't know how. Probably on the lid or something. Do I memorize daily? No. Kind of just comes naturally. It's not really like I will memorize a piece every single week or something. Tips on how to practice the coda. Slow. I didn't really practice Ballade. Or really, I didn't practice so much any of these pieces because I didn't have time. But ideally, yes, slowly. How do I balance academic work and practices? Have a very good time management skill. I have a very strict time schedule, so yeah, it helps to know what you're doing at each hour of the day. Sounds daunting, but it definitely helps to have good time management skills. And prioritize. Do I ever feel guilty if I miss one day of practicing, or you haven't missed a single day of practicing? No, I have missed a lot of days of practicing. A lot of the times it's my mom that tells me to miss a single day of practice or just don't practice, because sometimes I push myself to practice or I just drive myself nuts when I don't practice, so I keep wanting to practice even though I might not be physically capable of practicing at the time, like if I'm way too tired or something. And then my mom tells me to skip. But yes, I have missed. Guilty? I don't know. Sometimes health is more important. What do I want for my career? To continue playing and performing everywhere and going to all of these places that you guys are asking me to go. And spreading classical music as far as I can. I can't sing, guys. Why does someone keep saying Cantonese? You should ask me to say something in Cantonese or something. I mean, I can speak Cantonese, but... What time do I go to bed? Not at a normal college hour, which is like before 11. And sometimes 10 or 9. I did enjoy my time at Zwickau. Hi, Germany. Why do people keep asking me if I sing? I don't sing. Can't sing. Although I did, as a kid, I did a lot of stuff. So I did choir. I was in like 2 choirs. I did gymnastics. I had a lot of fun in childhood, which is just FYI, guys. I mean, you guys probably won't say this, but I have, I guess, trollers or people who say, "Oh no, poor parents," like, or "Poor kid. Her parents must have been like such annoying, demanding, stereotypical parents, music parents." They were not. I had so much fun. So I did choir. I did 2 choirs. I was like the leader and stuff. I had fun. Although singing was never really my thing. I'm not a huge fan of my own voice. I still sound like a 6-year-old, I think. So yeah, I did singing. I did gymnastics. I did like mathematics. What else did I do? I did grammar. Oh no, not grammar. I did, what's that thing called? Calligraphy. I probably did so much more. Oh, swimming. Swimming, I swam a lot. Yeah. You're in NYC. I practice at Juilliard. What do I do in my spare time? Watch TV. Do I ever get bored of having to continue working on the same pieces that I've studied for a long time? Yes, I do. And that could be a problem sometimes, because I have a very short attention span, I guess, in terms of pieces. I want to get it done. Not done, but get it to a certain level very quickly. And then after that, I kind of get slightly bored. But then I go to lessons, and I have really good teachers. And kind of get more inspirations from other people's playings. So yeah, I do get bored, but I also get inspired very shortly afterwards, so it's not really too much of a problem. Hi, Rachel. I have no idea what Carl Jr. is. Oh, hey, you're at Juilliard Pre-College. Today is Saturday, which is Juilliard Pre-College Day. The good old days that I used to come here when I was in pre-college. I'm always in Juilliard, so you can hunt me. Don't stalk me, but I'm here. How old was I when I learned Goldberg Variations? I was 14. My teacher actually told me to record it. I never did, because I just didn't want to record it. But yeah, I did learn them when I was 14. I do play Ravel. I like Ravel. I'm gonna play Gaspar probably in a couple months, or maybe next month. I don't know. I loved playing Undine. I played Scarble, but I wasn't perfecting it. I was just kind of playing it. So I will work on that. How many different teachers do I have? So many. So many. I don't even know how many teachers I've had in my life. So many. Some of your questions are funny. Theory and practical. I don't know what that means. Technically, I'm not a Juilliard student. Yes, I've been told that. But I also have a Juilliard ID, so... I learned Goldberg Variations when I was 14, in case you missed that. I do not know Sing-Song Toccata. I have played Debussy. Ooh, so many questions. Yes, I think you should start doing anything you want to be good at a very young age. Music or anything, really. It helps to start young. Yeah, like gymnastics, those people start at like 2, right? They roll around. I played maybe one Debussy Etude. Do you need to do music theory? It helps to know the basics of like tonal chords. I'm not sure if you need the more advanced like set theory, although they might be interesting for those who are interested in contemporary music. But it helps. I do not have a favorite philosopher at the moment, just because I haven't read enough philosophy. I feel like I would not be very fair to the rest of the philosophy world. Kant is very perplexing, so I want to explore Kant more. Wait, someone asked me a good question. Can you start late? If you put yourself to actually doing anything, doesn't matter what age. But you just have to be really focused and determined. Biggest mishap? Oh, I feel like I always have mishaps. I had mishaps. I don't know, I try not to think about it. What other things do I do besides piano? I go to school and read, hang out with my friends, cook. I love cooking when I do get to cook. I am a junior at Columbia. Time flies. Train perfect pitch. I think I had perfect pitch when I was really young. But I saw it in science exhibition once that you can train up to the when you're 12. I don't think I trained mine though. I don't know. I mean, I took ear training here too in pre-college. Why did I take philosophy? I started out as wanting to do English as my major. Then I realized I don't like to close read. Sorry, English majors out there. I don't like to close read. Kind of ruined my experience of reading and too much dissecting the little words and stuff. So I took a class called Philosophy of Art, and the professor there was actually an expert on music philosophy. So I thought she was really interesting. I thought her class was really eye-opening for me to the field of philosophy, because before college I never really knew about philosophy. So yeah, that class opened to my mind to philosophy. I like how philosophy questions the world, questions everything, and you get to learn different perspectives of human nature, human thought, human existence in general. I took a class on metaphysics, so it was funny. So yeah, that's why I picked philosophy. I think it also it's a good way for me to get a more well-rounded knowledge of the world, kind of seeing all these different perspectives, tying into music as well. Because, there are also composers who are extremely influenced by philosophers. So I keep saying this classic example is Schopenhauer and his influence on Wagner. I still have yet to read Schopenhauer because I read Schopenhauer's intro and I need to read Kant or know Kant really well, and I don't know Kant that well. So, yeah. Again, sad, angry faces. Don't understand. Yeah, I did know about Mozart's dad and his parental traits, I guess. Oh my gosh. Who is my favorite pianist? Okay, I get it, Hongsu. You asked me like 20 times. What is my favorite pianist? Oh my gosh, there's so many different comments going on. My favorite pianist. I don't have a favorite pianist. I have kind of favorite pianists for different pieces. So obviously Bach, iconically, would be Glenn Gould. Right now, I guess the living one would be Sokolov. I love his way of approaching pieces. It's very deep and special. It's not something that's common nowadays. What time is it? Okay, I'll do a couple more and then I'll play Campanella. Hopefully I'll be warmed enough and good enough to play. Hi Aiko, or Sujimoto Aiko. How on earth do I practice 3 hours, do schoolwork, and still go to bed early? Well, I don't go to bed that early all the time, and 11's not really that early, or 10:30. I set for 10:30. I don't know, it just kind of happens. If you want it to happen, it will happen. Cheesy, but true to a certain extent. Why are my favorite composers all in romantic period? Because I'm a hopeless romantic, haha. Why? I don't know, I kind of just like the way that emotions are expressed through music. And it's like, it brings me to a different world. So, should not be looking down at my keyboard. I don't know why I'm looking at my keyboard. I should look at the camera. But yeah, I like emotions, the way emotions are portrayed in music. And the harmonies, those are very gripping for me. Maybe it's just because I'm sappy, but it's just, give me chills. I do not have a structure of practice, so I don't know if it changed. I didn't used to practice that much. I actually practiced more since coming to Columbia, which is the opposite of what people predicted. I think I was just more determined in, I think I was much more determined in my time management and just knowing what I want to do. Oh hey, the comments stopped. Did mine stop? I don't know. Huh. It just kind of stopped all of a sudden. What is happening? My phone froze. Alright, I'll play Campanella then, and hope for the best. I don't know what is happening. My phone is not rolling anymore. Okay. Ow. Sorry, I was kneeling on the floor, so my legs hurt. Sorry. happening? Did my phone froze? Or did it not stream? My phone froze. But yeah, that's the end of my playing. I don't know why I'm panting. That was fun. Let me look at the comments. What is happening? My app froze, so I don't know what is happening right now. 1,056 comments. Whew! Oh yay, it's back. Any last questions? Yeah, my phone froze. Any last questions? Send them in. My phone just refreshed. What's on my mind when I play? Usually what's the music? That's the ideal situation. I think in the beginning of this live stream I was very struck by how loud. I don't know if you can hear. Whew. I don't know if you can hear. I'm like panting. But my computer is so loud. There's like it's like a gigantic fan noise right now. So I was slightly distracted. But usually I'm very into the music when I play. So I don't think about anything. I think my phone froze again. I am so sorry. I don't know how to do this. Maybe I should get a new phone now. Come on. I just want to do like last minute stuff. Oh my gosh, I got like 700 more comments since my phone froze. I'm sorry if I missed like all of your comments. My phone froze. Hi Russia. I loved coming to Moscow a couple years ago. I came, I think, twice. It's a really interesting city. When is my next Facebook Live? I don't know. I mean, if you guys want it, I will schedule another time. What pieces am I afraid to study? Anything by Brahms at the moment, just because Brahms is so interesting of a pianist and a composer. The way he treats the piano, it's such a sonore symphony kind of sound. It's very different. So anything by Brahms at the moment, and also Schubert a little bit. Afraid, I guess. I would love to come to Toronto again. Someone invite me. I am 19, and have I considered conducting? You know, now when I go to concerts, I'm very aware of how conductors are, so I am very conscious of how they conduct, so maybe that's a sign of me being interested in conducting. That's not really in my career goals at the moment. Piano is my pianist, playing, concertizing, that's my goal. Do I analyze pieces? No. Well, sometimes. But not so meticulous. Sometimes. I like playing with orchestra a lot. I do, so I don't know if I would prefer it over solo. Maybe? I don't know. I'm not staying with my family. They're in Hong Kong watching my live stream right now. Some of you guys asked the same questions. It's funny. I never ever played 100% accurate, as you can probably tell from the live stream, because there was no takes at all, one take, and I hate having inaccuracy in my playing, but it's also just something that happens. I'd rather miss a note or two than play like a robot, I guess. Yay! Will I come to Hong Kong? I'll be back in the winter break, but not to perform, just to visit my parents. Don't have siblings. Only child. Okay, Alright, I'm gonna pick 2 more questions, and then I will sign off. This has been very fun. What should my last 2 questions be? Do I get nervous in concert? Sometimes. But if I'm well prepared, then I don't get nervous. I used to not get nervous at all when I was a kid. I would think about what's for dinner when I was playing. That's not a good advice. Do not think about dinner when you play unless it's a piece about food. I don't know any pieces about food. But yeah, now I'm much more into the music, so I don't really get nervous unless I make myself nervous. Do I have an... I know. What am I learning? It's a good question. I have to figure out what I will be learning. I want to learn Ravel La Valse, just because it's probably one of my favorite orchestral pieces. And there's a piano transcription. Not really transcription since he started out with the piano. But yeah, I want to play the piano version. My phone froze again. So I guess I will sign off since, see, froze. Nothing going on. So, sorry about that. But thank you guys for coming. This is not Liszt La Campanella anymore. It hasn't been. Okay. Yeah, thank you guys so much. I hope you guys liked it. I'm gonna have more time to prepare and learn new pieces and probably do more of your requests. I'm sorry if I didn't get to a lot of your pieces. You guys gave me like enough pieces to play for hours. So I will try to pick some of those, and hopefully if you guys really want one, I will do another live stream. So yeah, thank you so much. 早唞啦香港，拜拜。